Hi, and welcome to this week's Thrive in 5. This week I want to talk to you about how to ensure forward progress. And sometimes it's not so much the forward progress that stops us, it's the other stuff that's really underlying our inability to maintain that forward progress. So I want to start by reminding you that we often love to live in our comfort zones. Our comfort zones is something I've talked about before. And we live in these places that we're comfortable in. And in order to gain and make progress in our lives, we kind of step outside that comfort zone, moving towards the possibilities that we're looking to achieve, the goals, the outcomes. And yet often what happens is we run up against this wall, and it's not often an external wall, it's an internal wall, and that's the wall of pain. And this wall of pain could be any number of things, such as fear of rejection, possibility of failure, possibility of embarrassment, risk that might come, scrutiny that could either be public scrutiny or even private scrutiny. It could be the pain of loneliness that could happen. There could even be a fear of success. But this pain thing, when we move outside our comfort zone towards a possibility, we run up against this wall of pain. And what we often try and do is avoid the pain. Our culture is very much geared towards avoidance of pain. And yet the dilemma is when we avoid this pain and come back into the comfort zone, what happens is we might feel okay and we might be safe, but this world we live in shrinks. And so it might be safe, but it becomes very small. And I don't know about you, but I don't want a small world to live in. I want an ability to expand into the possibilities that are afforded me in my life. And so one of the things I recognize is that when I avoid pain, I often don't get to the possibilities. And so how do you deal with that? So how do you ensure that instead of going back into our comfort zone, we actually get through the pain? Well, I can only tell you based on a couple of things that I'm experiencing in my life. One is I get massages on a regular basis, and I don't do comfort massages, I do deep tissue. The ones where they break out, they actually have to dig into the muscles and break them down because they're so tense in certain places because of the way I sit all day, those kind of things. So when I go to my massage therapist to do deep tissue massage, one of the things I know going in is that I'm going to experience some level of pain. My massage therapist is actually going to dig his elbow or his fingers into those really tight spots on my body in order to actually get me through to the possibility of better movement, freer movement, cleaner movement. But in order to do that, I have to be willing to actually go into the pain. I recognize that too with my desire to be in better shape. And so I go to the gym and I lift weights, and my trainer often pushes me to a place that I'm uncomfortable. So while I can avoid it, if I avoid the pain of lifting those extra sets, if I avoid the pain of adding the extra pounds, what I don't ever achieve is the possibilities that come from actually experiencing the pain or that which I'm not comfortable with. So if you want to reach the possibilities in your life, you have to be comfortable going through the pain. And so in the massage room, I have learned to breathe into the pain. And it was something that my massage therapist taught me was as it gets painful, breathe. So breathe into the pain. And when you breathe into the pain, it's like it becomes very evident. So you're not avoiding it, you're almost embracing it. And one of the ways to do this in your life is actually look at the pain and look at these things and almost take them head on. Move into them, be actually attracted to the pain, not in a way that is abusive to yourself, but really as a way to get to the possibilities, because it's almost impossible to get here without here. And in order to maintain progress in your life, in order to maintain that forward momentum to get where you want to go, you have to inevitably endure pain. And pain might not be just physical pain, it might be emotional pain, it might be mental pain, but there's work involved to get there, and often it means dealing with the pain that shows up in order to get to the possibilities. I hope that helps. We'll talk to you next time.